$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh god.
Oh.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's do it right now.
What?
Let's use this scenario.
Go ahead.
Let's do it right now.
Die Hard started a
I
trend.
hate Speed 2.
Why?
That's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
I'm sorry, but
When she
she's
cuts-
a great actress, but she sucks in that movie.
She cuts open the door with the chainsaw and she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw,
What?
if you back up with the saw, we'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is
Oh,
very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible
It's
film.
horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote by
Yeah.
John.
I can quote Speed too.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Garfield and Friends from Fickle
Oh,
Fanboys.
Now, which one?
The second one, not the
Yes.
first one.
This one.
Times a hit.
Yeah, I hate that one.
It doesn't matter. That's
Well,
just an
yes,
image.
but there are two
There's
actual
two,
songs.
There's two of
Oh,
them.
The
well,
second
that's what they.
one-
That's he sent me a picture.
Ready?
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 Two.
Two.
Party!
We're ready
To party.
We're ready.
Dun, dun,
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
dun, dun.
Come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield,
Garfield
and
and
Friends. And then I think there's another
I love
verse.
how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There
in it.
is. There's a little bit more to it.
Oh my god, I'm like tearing up
I
here.
just got a
Good one.
Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot!
I
You
thought that
okay?
You were gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Out. Do it.
No.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine.
Ridiculous.
You're fine. You're okay.
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. Welcome back to PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 296.
Yeah,
Coming up.
Inching close to that 300 mark.
we are.
Coming up.
We are. It's getting there. It's been a rough
I've
few
been promoting it on my stream. Like,
days. Yeah, you have.
Like we're getting close.
It's we're gonna be missing 1 week for sure this month, and that's
Yes.
in 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
Alex and I'll be out unless Brett, you want to record without us.
Where y'all going?
So I figured we'd be
We
aiming
have to
for
go- we're,
second week
going
in
to South
May.
Dakota.
Yeah, we're going to South Dakota for a wedding. Yeah, we got that going on in a couple weeks here. So we're looking at second week in May is going to be episode 300. So got some stuff prepared for it, I think. But we don't really want to say anything yet.
Nope.
So, yeah, how was your week?
Good.
Yeah, good. Really?
Yeah.
You actually had a lot going on?
No, but I got promoted.
Woo!
got promoted!
Promoted!
You ever watch Battlefield Friends?
No,
Took
of course he
me-
hasn't.
No, he hasn't.
Took
Well, I don't
me
know when
5
last,
weeks.
That's actually the biggest, fastest promotion I think I've heard everyone ever getting.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Within 5 weeks? I'd say so. I mean, yeah.
Do you want to talk about yours?
Wasn't-
Your fourth interview?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what we talked about last week. On the show.
There's no answer yet, and this interview was the person that I talked to. They weren't really interviewing me. They were meeting me, it's kind of interesting how and seeing if I could fit in with the company.
That is so bizarre.
It's a
4
bizarre
interviews
situation.
and they haven't made a decision yet.
Yeah,
That is
no.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I
It's
understand
different.
it. Josh explained it. It's because
It's a new position.
it's a new position.
Okay,
that's
but what's
why.
the time? When was the first interview?
2 weeks ago. So I'm within 2 weeks.
So let's just say tomorrow they offered you the position and you took it.
Yeah.
You know, that's
It's 2
3
weeks.
weeks.
It's
By the
2.5
time
weeks,
you would
yeah.
actually probably
Yeah.
start,
From applying. Yeah.
that's a long
At this
turnaround.
point, Brett.
It's actually, I'm surprised it's not longer.
At this point, it's fine.
Patience is a
But
virtue.
I know, but my point is, a company that goes to hire somebody,
Yeah.
that's a
It's
long
A position
turnaround
that they've
time.
never had before.
It's 2022 though. Things have changed.
They've never had this
Maybe.
position before in the company. They've outsourced it, but prior to.
Like they've done freelancers and stuff
Yeah,
before, so
so
they
this
want to
is-
make it an actual position. So they're
Right.
trying to make sure this is the right person. And yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
But
All signs are good right now, though.
that's the
That's
yeah.
all I'm saying.
I
Did they-
drove to South Bend, met with them, and then came back
Did they give you any kind of timeline on when to expect to hear from them?
within a week. So
Yeah. So soon.
tomorrow will be
Tomorrow will be a week.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a up and down week for us in my family. We had a loss in the family.
Yeah, it's been a rough week.
I don't know if I should say, but
We just had a
we had a loss
we had
in
a
the
death
family.
in the family.
Death in the
It's-
family. It's
well,
really
we
been
can
sad.
keep
It was
private.
a shocking
Yeah.
turn of events for us. Didn't really expect to hear about it, so just keep my family, mine and Alex's family in your thoughts.
Yeah.
But we've been training Pixel this week, and he had a bad day
Oh.
the other day. He's
He did. He
fully
he
relapsed
He
to
relapsed. It was
never
like
telling
one.
us a
It was
thing.
like one full day, and then after that, it was back to normal. So I don't know what his
Maybe
problem
he was
was.
rebelling.
maybe
Maybe I don't
Maybe
know.
he was mad at you because you were being dicks or something.
So-
we haven't put him. We haven't taken him on a walk in like
So,
4 days.
Well, it's because it's been cold and raining.
So I think
And
he's
today, when we
protesting?
said, "Do you want to go for a walk?" which I don't want to say too loud because he actually knows what that word means.
He went
now.
nuts.
He goes freaking nuts when you say it's not. Do you want to go outside and go potty? Because he knows what that means. But it's like, Pixel, do you want to go for a walk? And his ears go back like, you're fucking kidding me, right? Like it's like best
he'll
day
yelp
ever.
be so excited.
And like there's like, do you want to go outside and go potty? And that's like a woof. Do you want to go outside, go for a walk? Yippee! Kind of like bark. It's like this high squeaky,
Are we
like,
doing
oh my god! And we get outside for a walk, and he doesn't even like go out into the grass to pee. He just like pulls us over to where we start walking, and he's looking back at us like, oh, we're doing this.
Well, it was 2 weeks ago when you guys were outside when I got here, and he went ape shit when he saw me. And
Yeah.
he's always excited.
He's a
Yeah.
maniac
But-
outside. I think
It was too much.
your headphones are about to fall off. That Brett.
I pushed it the rest of
You
the
know,
way.
had I not said it, I
Would've
wonder if
been
it would have.
fine.
It's kind of like the vase thing in the Matrix, you know, where it's like, had it fallen? Had I said something? It's the first Monday of April, man. Like
Yep.
it's already April of 2022. We're already 4 months into this year. It's crazy. It's going by really fast. April Fool's Day was on Friday. Did you catch any of the stuff?
I didn't read anything about anything.
It was really quiet. It was
Yeah.
really quiet. I just read a whole bunch of stuff now I'm going to show and talk about real quick before we go into
Well, can I
anything
bring up
else.
the stuff that I've been saving?
About April Fool's Day?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
We had one at work.
What's that?
Well, two that happened. One was it was kind of a shitty day because it was Friday. Fridays are busy.
Fridays are busy.
And it was
rough
just
on
kind of, I
people.
feel like the morale was down, I guess. And one of the receptionists, like, it was like right after lunch and things were about to literally hit the fan. And I was in the back, and one of the receptionists came back to me, and she'd made a paper plane, and she threw it at the back of my head. And she's like, hey, look what I made. It was just kind of like
That's
I
not
thought-
an April Fool's.
well, it was like, I thought it was kind of like,
A
hey, I'm
prank?
going to throw something at you, like more like a prank kind of thing.
I don't think that's
But
it,
there
Alex.
was a really old lady.
I think you missed out on what an April Fool's Day prank is.
Well, it's like, I'm gonna throw something at you. Haha, it's just a paper plane.
okay.
Okay. Anyways, so there was
That's not a
there
thing.
was this really
Oh, man.
old lady on the phone, and so during since the pandemic, our our wait times on the phone have been like ridiculous because the phone
Right.
just won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And this really old lady, I guess that had been a client for a really long time, one of the technicians had picked up the phone and was like, hey, how can I help you? Sorry for the wait. She goes, oh, honey, it's about time. I've been on hold for over 2 hours. So 15 minutes is like a long time.
Oh no.
And like that's generally like as high as it's ever been, is like 15 minutes. And just, I've been on the hold for almost 2 hours. And like her face like just like sank, and she was just like, it's just like, April Fool's, honey.
Oh,
I was like,
cute.
oh my God, don't play that kind of a game
Hang
on
up
us
on her.
right now.
Hang up on her for that.
Which I guess she says she's like the sweetest old lady on the phone. I'm like, okay, let her have it. It's fine. That was the only thing that happened to me personally, but
Yeah.
I found some stuff that on. Did you happen to see Twitter's post?
No.
No. What'd they tweet?
So I wish it was real.
Okay.
Twitter came out with a post that says, we are working on an edit button.
Oh, okay. So you can edit your
'Cause
tweets.
you can edit your tweets. Yeah, that's not real.
Yeah, people have been asking for that for a while.
It's not
'cause
real.
You can edit your Facebook posts.
Oh, you can edit like anything. I can edit my Instagram posts. Like
But-
I
Yeah,
think
you can
Can't-
now edit your Instagram.
you
posts.
have to
used to not be
delete if
able
you do a
to.
misspell on a tweet.
You
You have
just
to
delete it.
delete the whole thing and redo it.
Well, you better
And you look like a fool.
proofread then.
You have to proofread multiple times. Sometimes your phone just doesn't get it.
You post mistakes
I do.
sometimes in your posts.
I do.
I'm
The other
sure
one that I
everybody
thought
does,
that
but-
was
Right.
freaking cute was for girls from Bush Light, which I don't know if you want to go ahead and pull it up. But
Bushlight.
look up just look up Bush Light April Fools and see if it pops up. 2022. Look at images. Yeah, there it is.
Is that supposed to be a
What,
cup?
what are we looking at?
Hey, you'll see it. Hopefully it'll pop up. So, well, I mean, I guess the other picture would be better, but it's called a Bush
on.
Light Pea in a Bush kit.
Is that it?
There you go.
That's just the funnel.
It's a $20 kit, so it's fake, but it's a $20 kit, and it says, with upcoming Earth Day,
Save a tree, pee in a bush.
save a tree, pee in a bush.
That's funny, actually.
It's not
That's
funny.
so
Alex.
silly.
That's stupid.
I think it's funny. It's a funnel that comes with it,
I mean, the quote's funny. Save a tree, pee in a bush.
right?
I mean,
Get
Bush.
it?
I mean, for once, Bush Light got themselves right. Where it's,
You drink it, and then you pee your
well,
your
Bush Light's
pee
not
back
really
in
the best beer.
No, it's
It's
not. It's
considered
horrible.
water. So
It's
I mean,
water.
pissing in a can. It's wow. They're really
Um,
making a joke of themselves at this point.
I thought it was freaking hilarious.
Well, think about it. Bush Light is nearly awful, right?
I've
mean-
had sips of it in South Dakota.
It's just light beer.
It's-
None
Super
of
light.
it's
It's
good.
it's not like light
None
beer.
of it's
It is
good.
like ultra
If you
light.
want to go for a light beer, what do you go for, really? I mean,
I don't like light beer.
I mean, if I'm gonna
Alright.
drink, I don't drink a lot of beer. If I'm gonna have like a draft beer, it's probably Bud Light.
when
I'm
was the
gonna
last
say
time
Bud
you
Light's
actually
probably the
enjoyed a
only one.
beer, though, Brett? It's been a minute for you, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't drank beer in a while. I'm sure. I think I had one when Kevin was visiting. I think I had one at Ziffles because they're like $1 for a 10-ounce draft.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Another one that I really liked that people kind of freaked out about is that the National Weather Service actually did a tweet.
They
They said theirs is big changes to our forecast pages to avoid any confusion between Fahrenheit and Celsius. We've converted all of our temperatures now to Kelvin. Enjoy.
"Oh
And
my,
then they had I don't know if you guys
Kelvin is yeah, it's super."
It's the temperature outside. It's mostly cloudy, and it's 275 degrees Kelvin outside.
You'd be dead.
And then finally, the one that actually got me. I didn't realize it was an April Fool's joke.
What?
I talked about it on my stream. You had picked me up from work on Friday, and we had Pixel, and you went to Kroger,
Yeah.
the grocery store, and I said, whenever Josh goes into Kroger, I sit outside
Oh,
and I play
yeah.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And I make him park in front of like a gym,
Mm-hmm.
a Pokemon gym.
Oh, you reading the article? Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know that
I
was a
didn't
thing.
know it was April Fool's.
Pokemon
So
Go had a Ditto event.
They had a Ditto event. So a lot of people that, if you don't know what Pokemon Go is, Ditto basically is he's a clone. Like, he's just a Pokemon that clones itself.
Get it? Ditto?
Yes. He just clones himself.
Like,
and
I
he's
quote
like,
you.
he's worthless, man.
No, he's not.
Besides cloning into something.
Right.
Okay? But it's kind of
You
like
could
a
actually-
reversal right
They
now.
had shinies available.
I didn't get a shiny.
I know.
So I'm sitting at the gym and I pull like the Pokemon gym and I pull it up and Josh like parks me in front of like this what we call a nest where basically like there's a shit ton of Pokemon and there's a bunch of like new ones and I'm like, oh my god, there's so many new Pokemon and I'm catching them left to right and I'm like, every once in a while you'll catch a Ditto, and I mean I'm talking like every couple months you'll catch a Ditto, like you'll catch something and it'll
It's very
transform
rare.
into a Ditto and you're like, oh shit, it wasn't actually a real Pokemon, it was like it
Yeah.
was a Ditto. And it was like every freaking one I was catching, I was getting super excited, it was turning into a Ditto, and I'm like, what in the hell? And I didn't even realize it until I read the article
That it was a
later,
Pokemon
days
event.
later. Because I was like, I probably got 7 or 8 in a row.
Yeah.
And these were all new Pokemon that I had never had before. And all of a sudden it was like, just kidding, it's a Ditto. And I'm like,
Right.
that's it, I'm done. I don't want to play anymore. And sure enough, it was a April Fool's event.
Hold on, you buried the lead there. You wouldn't even go in to Kroger with him while he's.
I had Pixel in the car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had Pixel with us. That's right.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
always
gonna
bring.
go
Oh,
I'm not gonna
for
go
every
in there.
chance I get, I bring Pixel with me in the car to go pick up Alex or go do something because we got to get him used to the vehicle.
Sure.
He loves the car now. He loves it. He's very excited about it. But there's a few April Fool's Day things I want to show here. First of all, Camlink came out with the retro Camlink. This was an April Fool's Day joke, but it's really interesting that they did this. They kind of already have a similar thing that you can do here, but it's a little bit more of a puzzle. But this is all in one. It's an like the tweet looked really cool.
That's cute.
Like, introducing Camlink Retro. It's time to level down your webcam. So it's like bringing it to a real low level. $69 plus $4
Plus
and
$420.
$420 in shipping and handling.
Wow.
I wonder if that's their customer service one.
Probably.
Warzone really got me and Patrick while we were playing Warzone on Thursday night. At midnight, they changed their battle royale over to totally normal BR, right? With question marks. It gave you perks and loadouts and other stuff immediately as you dropped in, making your Warzone event insane. Like, you're dropping in and you already have operator, like where you get all
like
the
you already
where
have
you
your
get,
perks.
You get all your perks.
Whoa.
Pretty crazy, right? I didn't know that was going on either. I didn't know that was an April Fool's thing. But this next one I want to show is really interesting, and it sucks that it's fake. This is called
What
the
is-
NXT HAND, the hand.
The next hand.
Yep. NZXT. Yeah, they came out with this whole thing where it kind of has like a PC look here with the
Yeah.
mouse. But what really was interesting was the pull out
That's
of the
pretty
keyboard
cool, actually.
and everything like that. It's really cool that they had this like concept.
Except when you're typing, you have to do this.
Yeah, to kind of.
You have to like look off.
Well,
to
do
the
you
side.
really? I don't look at the keyboard when I type most of the time.
I mean, I don't either, but it's still like I'm looking forward. I'm
Still
not.
would
doing
have
that.
to set it down and
Right. I get you.
you know.
There's a couple other things that I saw. There were new Twitch categories. There were 5 of them.
What were they?
Pizza time. Silent reading.
Silent reading.
That one's good.
That's kind of funny.
Character creation. That one should
That
stick.
actually should
I
stay.
think most of these should stick.
Honestly, I think that pizza time's actually a good one.
That would be a
and
good
I
one,
think
too.
that
Silent reading.
silent reading is obviously I think that that's kind of stupid, but
there was a one Twitch streamer that I was interested in watching. He was gonna read like stories by a fireside.
oh, that's fine too.
That's interesting.
That would actually be nice. Just having like
It's kind of like an ASMR.
they should have like a book reading one or something
Yeah.
where someone's reading a book to you.
I think they have something like that.
It's called an audiobook.
Well,
Yeah.
I know, but like having your favorite Twitch streamer like read you books. I don't know. People are into
I get
that.
you. I get you. Yeah, some people like voices. If Tim the Tap Man read a book, would you listen to it?
I would listen to it if he read me like a children's book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eat.
Right.
Other ones: chores, odd jobs, and errands.
Okay.
And then the 5th one, literally just chatting.
It's funny you say
Literally.
that.
Literally.
Chores. What was it?
Chores, odd jobs, and errands.
So there was this from the 90s, one of the cop shows that I watched, and this drug dealer, well, what she did was she would do chores, odd jobs, and stuff like that, but like in lingerie, and she got paid like $200 an hour because of all the hits that she would get.
Wow.
This is in the 90s, so that's not, out of
Kind of like washing a car in your bathing suit kind of thing. Yeah.
Like a lot of female streamers. Alex and I will see these Twitch fails and stuff, and we'll see these female streamers just wearing those scantily clad stuff. I turn over to her, I'm like, and you're worried about what you're wearing whenever you get concerned.
I did bring up on, it was Saturday night stream, I believe.
Yeah.
I had gone to Briggs stream on my phone just to check his audio while I was streaming. But on my, basically my For You page for Twitch, my suggestion page, it showed a girl. Did I take a screenshot of it? It showed a girl that was... yes, I did take it. Yep. She was... Or no, I didn't. It showed her doing body paint, except the camera, she was topless, and the camera cut off right at her nipples, and she was painting, her chest. And I was like... Josh goes, but it's art. And I'm like, okay, so what you're telling me is as long as there's no nipple showing, it's fine. So if I were to just take this webcam, completely take off my shirt, but have googly eyes covering my nipples and just bounced up and down painting, then it's fine. And then we got into this huge thing of how I would paint my nipples and stuff, and be coming into stream bouncing up and down, and then the googly eyes would be like, hey, I'd make money, right?
So the question is, where does art... I
could be like, Twitch, it's art.
Where does art draw the line? That's the real question. I mean, where do you draw the line there?
Where do you draw the line? Get it? Because I'm painting my chest. We're so bad sometimes.
That was great.
That was not good. That was horrible. What did you say on Pixel's Walk? It was a bad dad joke. It was horrible.
Oh my god.
Oh, the leave.
Oh.
He was chasing a leaf multiple times when the wind would blow. We're like, stop, leave it alone, leave it alone. Josh goes, leave it alone.
Leave it alone. And I started doing a dance. And
I was like, please.
That's a softball. I mean, anybody could have.
I was like, please go away.
Got another one here.
Oh, the glass keyboard, right?
Grass. This is okay.
Glass. What are you talking about?
There was a glass keyboard.
This is grass.
That was
Alex,
that was an April Fool's.
This is April Fool's. It's grass.
Yeah, I know. There was another one. It's glass.
Yeah, but that's not even an April Fool's. That exists today already.
Who wants a glass keyboard? They just shatter it.
Definitely not Brig.
It's definitely not Brig. Definitely not my brother.
So this right here is another April Fool's HyperX TCH grass keyboard. And then Tunic got a sequel announced, Tunic Fox Pro Skater, kind of like Tony Hawk's. Now Tunic is a brand new indie game that just came out. I'm kind of interested in checking that out.
Okay.
And then one last one here, Goat Simulator got
the motion picture. What's funny is I'd probably go watch.
Directed by
Steve-O. Open casting call.
Isn't that hilarious?
I like that. That's funny. What does it say down at the bottom? The very bottom.
Audition now. Head to Goat Simulator's official TikTok channel, and then it just has
for more information. That's funny.
Yeah, pretty funny April Fool's stuff.
Brett, you were just talking about you back up just not a conversation. Brig posted here. This is what he said to you. So you can
Wichita used to have a maid service called Maids in Lace. It was exotic maid service, and they'd fully clean lacy underwear.
No, in
lacy underwear.
They would fully clean lacy underwear.
I mean, they probably could have. They could have cleaned it.
We're here to clean your lacy underwear. Fully.
I mean, you're not wrong.
We're here to push all the poop out of your lacy underwear. It's disgusting.
So, if there's a will, there's a way. It can exist in the world.
Sex sells, guys.
Sex does sell. Speaking of sex selling, Twitch got in trouble for having porn on their front page due to a feature called the Boost Train that just got added into Twitch, and they've temporarily removed it.
I thought they got rid of it.
They temporarily removed it. They brought it in as a
This was what we
a
were
beta
arguing
feature.
about.
Yeah, it was a
We
beta
were arguing
feature.
about this because
Yeah.
you basically, a small streamer can pay to have themselves boosted on like a.
You mean a big streamer? The other way around. A big streamer who can have all their fans bring money in, so the little people get shit on even more because the little people don't have the money for it.
Stupid.
Isn't it though? I get
Yes.
it. But I also looked. Hey, whatever. So the boost train feature was pulled from Twitch temporarily because porn was accidentally on the front page. That's messed up. So
It's not the first time it's happened.
right. Got some playing and watching stuff to talk about here. Brett, did you do anything new? Anything
Yeah, I
different?
tried out Man Eater. Have you seen this
No.
on Game Pass?
Is that a shark game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't tried it.
It's kind of morbid because you start out as a full size great white, and one of your objectives is to eat 10 beachgoers. So
Oh
you
my
literally go and you eat people that are swimming, and then you get caught by a fisherman, and he kills you, but you're pregnant, and he pulls out one of your pups and tosses you in like a bayou, and you start out as a little tiny pup, and the more you eat and objectives
Whoa.
you complete, you evolve, and you get bigger, and it's actually a lot of fun.
And it's actually a lot of fun. I
Wow.
did not think he was
It's-
going to end on that. And
That
by the
is
way,
an
it's
interesting
a lot of fun.
take.
Yeah.
Man Eater. I'm gonna look this up right now. I want to see what this
It's
looks
a
like.
man eater.
That was
Is
a
that a-
song
What song is that?
by Nelly Furtado.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that was it.
you just started singing
That's not it. I was thinking of the 1970s song, man.
Wait,
it.
this game just came
that
out?
Maybe, but she did a cover then.
Oh, okay.
2 years ago. It's actually a pretty recent game. Huh. Interesting. So you're a shark. Wow. Okay, so this is literally just the gameplay of like the HUD of it. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
Okay.
whenever you're swimming,
Did you catch people on
it,
shore?
it highlights on nearby things, and you can attack that thing. And if you have to tap A, and depending on the size, it just chomps down until finally you swallow it. If it's big, you can bite down on it and move the right stick back and forth, and it thrashes to weaken it. And,
Wow.
yeah.
Interesting.
And it's really a lot of fun, Brett says.
I'm surprised. It sounds like a change of pace, man.
I thought it was going to be a little bit more serious than what it is, but I'm okay that it's not.
Oh, okay.
Really?
So it's definitely like funny. Like it's like GTA for sharks.
It has a little bit more of a yes, but it's a little bit more. It's not quite as big as that,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
it's got kind of a cartoonish cell
Yeah.
shading thing going on.
Mhm.
So but it's-
Right. That's cool.
You know what I
Cool.
just realized being on YouTube right now?
So
I am pale AF and I should not be wearing white right now. I should probably wait until like August.
so that
Wait a
color,
minute, wait a
Alex,
minute. Doesn't
that color is good on Twitch.
Yeah,
would
it
you
is.
look
That's a different
more
exposure.
pale if you were wearing a dark color?
No.
I'm saying it would look way better on camera. Like my pale skin and a white shirt doesn't really go very well together versus pale skin and a dark shirt like you guys are wearing.
Okay.
Whoops.
And then I also watched the first two Iron Mans. Did you know Elon Musk is in the second Iron
I
Man?
did.
Yes.
I did
Yeah.
not notice
He's at the
that.
race.
Yeah.
He goes,
yeah.
"Ah,
They
Elon."
Mr. Musk.
Yeah.
Um,
It's kind of interesting that you say that you're going back through that kind of stuff. I'm going back through all the Pixar movies, one movie a
Yeah.
week. I want to go through all 25 of them.
wow.
Be really interesting because there's some that I've fallen off of, just haven't seen. Because Alex and I, we saw practically every
Everything
Pixar
up
movie
to the Good Dinosaur.
up to the
right?
Good Dinosaur.
And then all
in
of
a
a sudden
row.
we just like stopped watching it.
I don't know what
I don't
made it fall off.
remember what made us fall off. We just kind of went,
Yeah.
yeah, meh.
And I plan on going back. So I watched Toy Story yesterday, and I was
Yeah,
like,
and Josh was like, I started to fall asleep in his lap facing him. He's like, why aren't you watching it? I'm like, I don't need to watch Toy Story.
yeah.
I can watch it in my head. If you want to, I can say the movie to you as it's happening.
I said to you, maybe I shouldn't even just watch this because it's by the time we get to like I don't know, middle, I'll be like, oh man, I'm kind of bored. I know where this is going. Kind of want to go back and watch some of the other ones that I like. I've only seen Ratatouille maybe twice.
I've seen it once, I think.
Yeah.
It's
I was
like,
never a
it's
fan of
it's
that one,
okay.
but a lot of people like that movie.
I know it's considered one of like the best, like the top
I don't
5
know
Pixar
why.
movies. Like, but I'm not. I don't know. I would never. I didn't
Have you
really
watched
like
many
it.
Pixar movies, Brett?
Nah, not really.
No. I never picked you for an animation.
But they did
There's some I
do.
like.
They
Yeah.
did do the top
Toy Stories are great.
like top however many movies. We watched like a top Pixar movie list, and the
Mhm.
top 5, 3 out of the top 5 are all the Toy Stories.
Yeah, because Toy Stories are like the bread and butter
Does
for
that
Pixar.
include number 4?
No,
It was 1, 2, and 3.
4 is
4 was like in the
pointless.
top 10,
Yeah, 4 is
which
pointless,
is still
though.
I feel like
I
was
think
little.
that's too high.
I think it's too high.
I watched it again the other day. Like I want.
I don't think they should have made it.
No, it had no life.
No.
It was no good. For playing anything differently other than what we're talking about for Twitch later on. Been playing some Madden. Kicking ass there. I'm just going through the new season and.
Did you up the difficulty?
No, but I don't need to really, except for some of the teams that are like my same level. But when they're above me, I really have to work at keeping my lead or staying with them. Like it's been a tough new season because I lost a few players and the draft was not kind to me. So I just haven't been doing well. Played some, went back to the Switch and turned on some of the Super Nintendo Classic stuff. They've added Super Mario World SP Special, which is you can go back and play it all the way through. I don't think it has a different difficulty, but you can all the levels are open. You can play any level.
So you don't have to beat them to go into the next one.
Right.
Okay.
So everything's open. I've never seen that before, and they say it's a new look and feel. I played a couple levels. I'm like, this is exactly the same, I think, but I don't know. Maybe I'll.
By
play a
the
little
way,
more.
did you get the message I sent you guys on Xbox Live yesterday?
Yeah, the I didn't watch it because Alex was streaming. I think we should pull
sent
it up.
to you two and Patrick, but I trimmed it. It's only about 4 seconds long, but it's the best. It's the best 4 seconds.
Let me get the Xbox app up here. I think that's just.
When did
what
you
you
send
doing?
it?
What?
When did you send it?
Last night? I think it
Yeah,
was last
Patrick
night.
reacted to it.
Was it a clip like from?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that was the stuff you were hearing, by the way. Those alerts, that boo boo.
yes.
That's...
Oh, that was you fucking with my stream last night. I thought the computer was
I
freaking
thought
breaking
you
or
had.
something.
I thought you had notifications turned off.
I have like
I normally do.
invites and stuff turned off.
Oh, well, that's not my fault. You're the one who didn't turn off.
It just sounds like
messages.
the alert for that for a message sounds like you've unplugged something in your computer. It goes boo-doo. And I was like, I'm just gonna ignore this and hopefully nothing happens.
Well, Alex has changed her stream, so she's really been concerned about.
All right, boys, stop texting.
Who's doing all the talking?
Rick?
He's on vacation.
He's in like San Juan or something right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
This
and
is
he's
not-
texting us. Probably costing him like $1 a text.
The Xbox app is shitty, man.
well, it does. Well, they did update it, and
It does take a minute.
well, I hadn't noticed, but maybe you got too much going on.
It's fine.
So did you watch it? You did watch it.
No.
No, I
Well,
didn't know
I'm
it
not gonna
was.
tell you what it is.
Okay, well then we'll
Unless
just
Patrick told you.
no.
Okay,
Well, you named it WAP.
I did. No, it
So-
was FWAP.
Either
Flap.
way.
My guess is it's something from
This is
Super Mega
baseball,
Mega Baseball.
yeah.
Super duper
Super duper mega baseball.
Super duper Mega Baseball.
See, it's
Yeah, it's not really working.
dude. Just yeah, the Xbox app is garbage. Anyways, moving on from there, we gotta talk about Bruce Willis. He retired from acting.
Well, he was forced to basically.
Okay, he's still retired from acting.
I know.
He did, but he hasn't really been in anything big in years. He's been doing a lot of the low, but he kind of took the Nick Cage
Yeah.
course. He just doesn't do a lot of big movies anymore.
Right. Well, I wonder if that was due to his
could-
diagnosis
Could
of
be,
aphasia,
yeah.
where you
I had
lose,
never heard before.
you lose the ability
of
to
before.
speak and comprehend
Yeah.
language.
Yeah.
So,
Which is really, yeah, it's really sad. Especially for, that's an actor. Like, that's what you basically study
It's his
language.
livelihood.
right. That's really sad for
So-
his he's only 67. He looks older.
He
He's
does.
definitely aging.
Is he
that's for-
is he a real smoker? I wonder.
I
'cause
think
that
so.
would
Oh,
help.
I don't know.
That would
Yeah.
help his aging process, his appearance of aging.
Yeah.
Right.
But because in the diehards he's like chain smoking.
Hey, I got.
It's working now.
Well, I just had to reset it. Just gotta go to my alerts, I guess. Jim Carrey is also stepping away from acting too.
Yep.
He is. I don't think it's due to health, or at least if it was, he
No,
hasn't said so.
did you see his interview?
Yes.
Yeah, it seems like it's definitely more. He's just done. Like he doesn't need it in his life anymore.
All right, so this is Brett's clip here. It's gonna have sound, but I don't think it matters. Well, maybe we should. Maybe we should. Just for stream. So. Oh!
Dude, was that blood that came out of him?
No, it says fitness. Is that what it says?
Frame by frame.
He either took it in the chin or right
in
It looks in the chin.
Oh.
Oh my god,
For
man!
audio listeners, I
Fitness
themed
went down.
the picture with when I hit the ball in Super Mega Baseball.
Says fitness.
And it
Oh,
goes way
okay, that's
down, and then
that's just the dirt.
it gives, when it changes, it gives the reason, and it says extreme pain.
So this was 3. Okay. Keeps the logo up there the whole time, huh?
Yeah,
You
it's
gotta
just
know
part
what
of
you're
the score-
playing.
It's part of the scoreboard.
Gotta know what you're playing, Alex says. Love it. So yeah, back to what we were talking about. Jim Carrey. So Sonic 2 is gonna be his last.
It's more like his is just he feels like he's done enough and doesn't feel like he needs to keep doing it.
So Watch Mojo put out a top 10 of Bruce Willis's movies. I'd recommend checking it out.
I cannot believe that when it got down to number 1, you said, "I wonder what it's gonna be."
Is it Die Hard?
Yeah.
You got me. I thought that you were joking.
Was Armageddon on the list?
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, it's like 5.
Yes, it was up there.
Was Pulp Fiction on the
Yes.
list?
That was like 3, 4.
Now you hadn't seen Pulp Fiction until like last year. So.
Correct.
Yeah, and Josh told me he's like, I had not seen Pulp Fiction until I showed him it. So, which was like
a few years into our dating.
Yeah,
at least.
we were dating.
So yeah.
While we are talking about actors, we probably need to talk about Will Smith because that story is continuing to go on.
He is stepped away from.
He resigned from the Academy, which I didn't even know. And this is just my own, ignorance or whatever. But I did not know that was something that they were a part of.
I didn't know either.
So,
I don't know what that even means. With
yeah,
being a part of the Academy.
does that mean
he's
he can keep acting or he can't act?
He just can't get like recognized.
He could never be.
He got Actor of the Year. Now he just doesn't want to be recognized anymore.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah.
So that's
not
really surprising.
Here's my honest take on it. It makes me not want to watch Will Smith movies.
I kind of feel the same way.
know.
I saw Wild Wild West was added to Hulu or HBO, and I saw another Will Smith movie, and I was like, nope.
I just kind of have a sour taste in my
bad
mouth
taste
for
because,
Will Smith.
Well, mainly because I feel bad for Chris Rock and how Will Smith was actually a bully to him. And I didn't realize this, but Chris Rock has a freaking show that he made in the early 2000s called Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah.
It's about him getting bullied as a kid. So seeing this happen, Will Smith is a bully.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about it at the time. Now I'm really thinking about it.
Well, it was.
I don't care the apology or whatever, or how it feels.
It was a bully act, but Will Smith did not make. He wasn't in a pattern of bullying.
Yeah,
no, but that is a bully act.
That was a bully act. Well, I also read that he was asked to leave and he refused to leave after it happened. A lot
See,
of
that
stories
pisses me
have
off.
come
He
out.
was asked
Can
to
you please leave?
Can
No.
you please leave? No. Well, but he said no. Like, dude, it's assault. Why did whether it's
Hollywood elite? They're not gonna.
I'm really upset about it. The more I think
that
about
part made me probably the most upset.
Yeah,
was like the
I
fact that they
haven't-
can't touch him. Basically,
I haven't spent a lot of time thinking about it, but when I have thought about it, I'm like that really just irks me.
Yeah. They added all these new movies, and I was like, man, that'd be funny to watch. I'd love to watch Wild Wild West because I love laughing, but I would just hate seeing Will Smith.
It's gonna take me a minute to get back to movies.
Probably a few months.
Yeah, I was thinking,
and it's kind of surprising.
I usually watch Independence Day on July 4th. I'm like, might just not watch it. Also because I know that movie like the back of my hand. I don't really need to watch it. It's more like a tradition.
To answer your question about the Academy, a page on YouTube said you can vote in the Academy and get nominated for roles.
Okay.
So you can act and not be a member.
Basically, yeah.
I think, well, they did in the
Screen Actors Guild. You have to be a member of that to act in movies. I believe is the way it works.
Yeah. So I mean, and in all this that's being said, Chris Rock has stayed silent.
Yeah.
He's actually gone on
did-
stage and said he's not going to talk about
He
it.
did a stand up
Mhm.
in Boston and
Yep.
did talk about it briefly.
Yeah.
He didn't really say
Just said he's
much
in a
about
weird
it.
place right
Yeah,
now.
it was,
Yeah.
he was still kind of shocked.
He's like, I know
about
that
it.
you guys are expecting a lot of jokes about this, but I'm not going to talk about
He'll
it.
probably
And I-
write about it later.
I saw a TikTok of in 2006 at the Oscars, he was up and making fun of Jada and Will then.
Ooh,
So he's
really?
done it before. Of course, he
Hmm.
didn't get hit then, but it just goes to show
Will Smith's not in a good place.
When a
I
comedian,
guess.
when they see easy hanging fruit, they're gonna take it, I guess.
I'm
Whatever.
very saddened. I'm not saddened for Jada. I'm not saddened for Will. Jada has
Yeah, I've
her
really
hair
kind
issue.
of like
I get it.
It's taken like a really long time. Like it had a couple days where I'm like, oh, you know what? They're both in the wrong, and I'm like, the whole thing's wrong. But like, that was just
Chris
very.
Rock found
it was-
safety and
It
security
was
on stage.
super
That was where he
low.
likes
it
to
was
be.
super low.
Yes.
Did you see the Saturday Night Live?
No.
It's only 3 minutes long. I'll show it to you when we're done. It's
Okay.
pretty-
Okay.
Did
it's pretty
they
funny.
talked about it?
They did
Did a whole
bit
thing?
on it. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Got a comment on YouTube. He shut down a fan in one of his shows.
Yelling about
No,
Will
no.
trying to stop him from talking about what happened.
Oh,
Probably because the prices of like his tickets or whatever had skyrocketed.
they went up like 200%.
Yeah, because people wanted to like see, like, be the first to hear like
Mhm.
jokes from Chris Rock about it, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Sorry to disappoint you guys, but I'm not going to talk about it."
Do we have anything else we want to touch on this Will Smith one? I got
No.
something else to talk
No.
about. Alex, you should be really excited about. Well,
What?
I don't know if you should. Brett, you will be more excited. Joseph Gordon-Levitt got cast to star in a Johnny Carson biop.
You know I don't get excited about anything.
But you think this might be good?
It could be. I don't know much about Johnny Carson.
But you like his? You've seen stuff of Johnny
I've
Carson that's made you
seen
laugh. I'm
a
sure.
couple of
I can see that
Just
being done well.
scenes from him doing the Tonight Show, but I was
Right.
never like I gotta see Johnny Carson. I was Jay Leno.
Oh,
So,
I like Johnny
but
Carson.
he did. Johnny Carson did the Tonight Show for years and years and years, just like Jay Leno.
30 years.
And I did watch there was some documentary about him, and it was very interesting. So,
Hmm.
um,
Yeah, we watched something
There's
about him
a-
recently. I remember that.
There's another one of my favorite actors that are reprising, or not reprising, but taking on a role of an old movie, The Crow.
Yeah. His name. Well,
he plays
He played
the
Pennywise.
plays Pennywise.
Skarsgård.
Yes,
Yeah.
Bill Skarsgård. Yeah,
He's
so he's
gonna
gonna be
be-
taking on the
He's
role.
too tall.
Stop.
He's
I
like
want-
6
I
foot
want them to
6.
go back to my freaking show,
Oh, Castle Rock.
Castle Rock.
I
I
forgot
want
about
another
that show.
freaking season of
I
Castle Rock.
I forgot about that.
Jeez.
Maybe they're doing it now. I haven't even looked into that. Hey, you know what? The Handmaid's Tale is also a thing too. You forgot about that too, right?
When's it? Did they?
They haven't said anything, but I'm
Oh.
just telling you that.
No, I
have
just-
you forgotten about those 2 shows? Did delay again?
He-
Nothing happened.
Something happened.
Jake yelled, "Oh my god!"
I know, right?
It's okay. GTA Plus. Can we talk about this? We didn't mention this
Oh
last
yeah,
week.
that was.
We
on
forgot.
my-
As soon as we got
Uh.
off air, we're like, "Oh, we didn't talk about GTA Plus." So Grand Theft Auto 5 is getting they're milking. They can't even milk this anymore. Like they
Yeah,
can't.
I don't understand this because
They super milked the series with the subscription.
so first of all, the
service.
GTA Plus is only for the PS5 and the Series X versions.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody would pay for this. You know,
It's $6 a month. It just came out actually on the 29th. You get $500,000 in-game currency monthly. You get members-only bonuses, exclusive properties and vehicles, discounts, and cash, plus RP bonuses. So there is incentive, but it's all in-game.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean, what else is that
why
going to
do
do
they
for you?
need this? Because I mean, I know it's a chance to make more money, but don't they make enough money with
Yes,
GTA
I'm
Online?
pretty
Why
sure
do
they
they need
make a lot.
more? They've more than made enough
Because they have to-
budget their budget for GTA 6. It's been paid for once, twice, 3 times over,
Because they're
multiple
already starting
times.
GTA 7 as well.
No,
They've had
no.
GTA 6.
Six.
No.
They've
Oh, okay.
already had GTA 6 done. We're just
No,
arguing about when they're going to
no.
release it.
They're-
They don't have it done. They're
not
still
done.
working on it. They just started, actually. Well,
Speaking of
they're in
GTA 5,
development.
over the weekend we were talking about how many hours people have put into games like in our squad.
yeah.
And I was like, well, my brother is actually quite a bit of a completionist and sticks to a game for
We talked about
way
how
longer.
he played the Division.
He was in the
forever.
like part of the Division for like so long, and I was like, man, you guys are completely forgetting about one game that he's super into since like the beginning.
Jay?
Yes, my brother.
He was into GTA 5
Into
forever.
GTA 5 forever.
How many
so
hours?
I texted him and I said, how many hours? And he said over 6,000.
My
6,000
God.
It was his life for like 3 years.
hours.
So.
Because we were talking about how like freaking Quentin is like super into Destiny. Man, you thought we had an issue.
Well, I bet
Yeah.
if you added all my hours, since you could time them, because they started doing that on the Xbox One, I don't think if all my games together would add up to 6,000 hours.
6,000.
250 days. That's not even a full year, actually, for
No,
6,000
but that's
hours.
still like
That's a lot.
he like religiously played
Right?
GTA 5
I agree.
way past the.
I look
its
at
time.
that stat every now and then for stuff, and I think for me it's still Ghost
Gears.
Recon Wildlands.
Oh, I thought Gears 3 was going to be... You
Gear-
played Gears a lot.
Gears
Ours?
3, yes, but I don't. You couldn't gauge the hours. They didn't keep track of that on the 360.
No.
I
was really
still
sad
think
about
I
that.
still think Destiny
Destiny
would
is still
be
ours.
Destiny 1.
Yeah, 2 is getting there.
It's Destiny 2 is nowhere near how many hours we put in right now. It's nowhere near what we put in for
right,
Destiny
because
1.
we can't even get through a freaking raid yet.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's sad.
I mean, our plays on Destiny 1, like our play time,
Mm-hmm.
every time we got on was an average of 5 to 7 hours.
Yeah.
So Gears 5, 8 days, 22 hours. So
And that's
isn't
your most?
No, that was just one that I knew I played a lot of.
Okay. The most, yeah, Ghost Recon, you said that one, I'm going to guess. I'll say like 21 days.
Now again, this is just for
This
the
console.
Xbox. Now
Yeah.
I have it on
I know.
PC and PS4, but 18 days.
Oh, I was not too far off.
11, almost 12,000 enemies killed.
Is that on your Xbox app where you're spotting that?
If
That's
you
interesting.
go to achievements and there's a tab for stats instead.
Okay. Alex like, I don't want to
I'm
sign
like,
in.
never mind. I don't want to sign in. It's trying to make me
I
sign
think
in.
you can do it. You can figure it out.
I don't know all my stuff. I don't want to be doing it on the podcast.
Destiny 2. Let me click on Destiny 2 here. Stats. 6 days, 6
Yeah,
hours.
nothing. Yeah.
Let
that's
me go to
nothing.
Destiny 1, Alex.
Will it tell you?
Yeah. Well, from Xbox One.
I know, but
360, no. but
360,
Xbox
I think,
One
is
at
where we
least.
put the most hours in.
It was a lot of hours, yes. God, when was the last time you think we played Destiny 1?
Too long ago.
It's been
like
a
years.
hot minute.
Years.
Yeah. Years.
I can't even take a guess with, like, because it's not going to be accurate when you pull it up on Xbox One. Because Destiny 1, I can't tell you how long we actually played it on that.
Actually,
It's going to be way more on Xbox 360.
Destiny doesn't tell me. That's stupid. It's okay. It's all right. That's fine. Moving on. Can we talk about Waiting, the movie club?
Yeah,
Yeah. Did you watched it, right?
of course.
Yeah. Well,
What version did you watch?
the
Or
rated,
whatever's on HBO Max.
which is
Okay.
fine. I will say it was okay. Personally, as seen both and seen the unrated version only until this time. But this movie came out in 2005. The synopsis of this movie: staffers at the restaurant Shenanigans engage in various pranks and games, both on and off the clock. However, in the course of one day, waiter Dean must choose to either accept a promotion to manager or go off in search of greener pastures. Meanwhile, his coworker and roommate Monty fights temptation in the form of an underage colleague while showing a new employee the ins and outs, providing him the worst first day in his life. Starring Ryan Reynolds, Anna Faris, Justin Long, David Ketchner. Critics have this at a 30%, fans 75.
There you go.
What'd you think, Brett?
I laughed. It's a dumb movie. But
It is a dumb movie. That's why.
There are some funny parts. I could not handle when they take the lady's food back.
the plate.
That
yeah.
was.
I usually have to
too much.
like look away when they do that.
Well, it's
part.
kind of like road trip raunchy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Van Wilder.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Donuts.
I think every comedy movie has to have a gross
That's
out
one of
moment.
that- yeah.
And this was it.
I will say that I ended up comparing myself. So like the one lady was real bitchy.
Naomi.
Well, no, I meant the customers, and I
Yeah.
started thinking this kind of goes with the fan question. I don't think I've ever sent anything back because it came out bad.
Right. I've never sent anything back before either.
And it's not because of this movie, because obviously I've never seen it. I just thought,
unless there's something that was on it that I
too much
didn't
of a
want.
risk.
That's the only time I've ever done it. If it was prepared like with an improper ingredient, that's about it. Or if
Yeah.
I've said I didn't want onions or something with the product.
Well, that's what happened in Road Trip. He put
powdered sugar
sugar on
on
his
French
French
toast.
toast.
That's a dumb thing to complain about. You're already putting syrup on the damn thing.
I just thought about that scene.
So waiting, the progress of this movie is basically just a restaurant's opening to close. That's just one day. You get to meet all these people that party together and then go work together.
I want to know. I want to ask someone.
Alex worked in it.
But for like a year when she was 16 and she was only a hostess. 2 years.
She's a buster and a hostess.
I want to talk to a career,
she saw the restaurant in and out.
Career hospitality person.
So 2 years?
I will tell you that this movie is 90% accurate.
Okay, but again, you never were a waitress.
She was a
This is why I don't want to be a
That's
waitress,
fine,
because
but
I
I
followed
wanna-
them around all the time, and I got asked.
She wasn't like the busters
I
in
got
waiting.
asked.
Ugh.
Yeah.
They don't
Can't
sit
do that.
around
I got
like that.
asked multiple times to, hey, you want to be a waitress? And because of everything you see in Waiting, because it's so real, I was like, hell no, I don't want to be a waitress. I just want to bus tables, get paid hourly, and seat people. That's all I want to do. Like, I don't want to deal with the people.
Right. I love the comedy. It's a little crude, but enjoyable
I
personally.
thought Luis Guzman. was
He's
his name.
raunchy,
He
man.
was one of the funniest ones, especially when he's talking to Mitch about all the different ways to
Show his balls.
his package.
Yep. I saw this movie when it came to DVD back in 2005. So I've had this movie since then, and I've known of this movie since then, and I have had that long. And
What did you think of the ending?
Oh, when Mitch went off, that was funny.
Good time. So Chi McBride, you know him.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't, say it any other way. He's in Gone in 60 Seconds. He's
I
in
will
Boston
say
Public.
that I often, if I can't get an order in before 30 minutes before they close, then I won't do it.
Right.
Like that
agree.
asshole Chet
So
who sat down at
One of the that is one of the
10:58.
parts of the whole movie
Chet
that
was
is
so bad.
extremely because
Cringe.
I worked Friday, Saturday, and Sundays at the restaurant, right? And we closed at 11 on Fridays and Saturdays, just like at Shenanigans. And most of the time, it would die down, and people would be gone by 10:15. 10:30, and then we'd start our closing work, send most of the staff home, and then it would just be the closers, which would be me as the hostess, one busser, and then everybody would get all like, all right, we're gonna get stuff cleaned up because no one's probably gonna come in, because very rarely did anybody actually come in at 10:30 to have Mexican food,
right?
and unless they were like drunk, and usually the
Mhm.
people that came in were assholes and were not
nice.
coherent. And I'm sitting up there, I've got all my stuff done, and this is it in the back, how everything's clean, like in the movie, and they're all sitting there watching the clock, is how it is. And then I come back there as the hostess, and I'm like, I'm sorry, and they start throwing shit and whatnot, and that's very accurate, actually. They would take the chip bowls and throw them up and be like all pissed off that they just cleaned everything up, and they have to turn the fryer back on.
If you're gonna dine in, I think you need to arrive before an hour to go.
Yeah, agreed.
I'd say at least 30 minutes.
It gets really when Alex
Our
and I are
rule
about
was
30 minutes to closing, and we're still sitting at the table. I'm like, we gotta get out of here.
our rule at the restaurant was we could seat people until 5 after close.
Mhm.
Are you kidding me? Jeez.
If the rule was, as the hostess, if somebody called, the phone's turned off at 5 after. If somebody called at 11:04 and said, "Are you open?" I technically had to say yes.
Wow.
Or if somebody walked in the door at 11:04 and there was a big like digital clock behind me, so that way
Yeah.
they knew I was not lying to them, and management could see that I was not being like, "Oh, we're closed, go away." Like, I had to seat them at 11:04.
Mhm. The difference between the rated and the unrated version, there's more balls and vagina.
We definitely didn't do any of that, all that raunchy stuff.
There's they have an extra scene added with the redneck talking about needing more ketchup in water.
Oh yeah.
So that's pretty much it with the unrated. I looked into it. I was like, wow, the unrated is like, it's cut poorly.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And
the ketchup part.
Amy doesn't get yelled at in the unrated for some reason. They cut that part. Amy got yelled at for being hot and like, why are you worrying about this guy and all this stuff? Like that was not in the unrated.
Yeah,
they don't have that part.
Yeah,
Mitch, you mean Mitch yelling at her?
When Mitch yells at her, yeah. About Dean, yeah. Yep. So I prefer the rated version personally because it's cut better. It actually has everything right. They took a couple scenes out that weren't necessary. I think they have yet to make a good comedy for retail. Like they tried with Employee of the Month, but it was way too out there.
Did you ever watch the Rostered On series that was on YouTube?
You told me about that one. That was a British show, wasn't it? Yeah. I remember watching some of that.
There's some truth into that.
There is. They also had that one 10 items or less show for a while.
That sounds...
It seemed interesting, but I never got in. I never checked it out. So, got some facts about the movie. Dane Cook improvised all of his lines for this film. He had no script.
Yep. I already knew most of it because we've seen behind the scenes stuff.
You knew about Dane Cook's no script? Yeah. Dane Cook is quite a character in this one.
He's awful. Andy Milonakis. I can't even say his name is
Andy
awful.
Milonakis.
Dane Cook's not that bad.
Hey.
Andy Milonakis is...
They're bad.
Andy Milonakis. So, both Ryan Reynolds and Anna Faris starred in Just Friends after this movie, and they dated in both of them.
Oh.
As their characters. Paris Hilton was offered the role of Danielle.
Was that the hostess?
No, the one who's with Lewis.
Oh, okay, yeah,
the
bartender.
slut?
Yeah, the bartender. Yeah, the slut. Yeah. Just because
I
dress like a...
But you wanted me to jerk you off.
Didn't I take you to my uncle's funeral? Yeah, but you kept trying to get me to jerk you off. The other one is just because I dress slutty doesn't mean I am slutty. The writer and director wrote this movie after working in the restaurant business for 3 years. So Alex, being 2 years, could have written half or 2/3 of a script. What
the thing was is this came out in 2005. I was working at the restaurant at this point.
Yes, you were.
And when it came out, I told everybody to freaking watch this. I was just like, yeah, you guys all need to watch this. You know, like when they're trying to put the orders in, and he's like, I just gotta put a milkshake in or something, and they're just saying,
chill the fuck out,
like calm the fuck down. I have to put like this full order in. We only had 2 devices to put to put the orders in.
Yeah.
And there would be a line, and oh my god, they would fight over it so much. Or the whole where they're sitting down and counting their tips, or they're in the back and they open up their book and they're like, oh my god, I only got $1 off this like $100 thing. Like all of the conversations that they did are like 100%. And you know how Naomi is like very like in the back, and then she's all smiles coming out. 100%. There was a like I think the majority of the
can I get you anything else?
100% of the waiters and waitresses did that. They would come in the back and be like yelling and going off because it was all like you couldn't hear anything because there was like
did at the big box retail store. If we needed to blow off steam, we just go in the back.
And then they would like literally turn the corner and be like, "Hi, what did you want to eat? Can I get you a refill?"
But I thought it was funny when a manager couldn't figure it out, and the server was like, "Get out of my way and let me do this because you can't do it. You don't know what you're doing."
You've been there.
That's very
that's pretty true.
Like order picking and stuff like that.
Just something that they don't necessarily handle on a
register, like a register.
Sure.
I'm like, get off this thing. I'm doing this.
Yeah, like
my fingers can move like 8 times faster than you can think.
It's just they know how to do it, but they don't get practice at it.
So.
Yeah,
right?
I remember working at big retail and having a manager come up and like looking in the register. I'm like, what are you looking for? Boop, boop, boop. There you go.
Beep, boop. There you go. That's funny.
So, final thoughts on the movie. Did you enjoy it? Was it a good comedy? I mean, Ryan Reynolds, he can make anything good. Justin Long, I mean,
what you meant the senile guy? He's like, and sometimes I give young children the finger. So I guess
like
I really am going senile.
You get to meet new people every day.
I don't care if this guy doesn't tip me.
That's the coolest old man ever.
I thought it was funny when Dean gets the business card and it's just to
another
restaurant.
Another restaurant.
He's like, I'm stuck in this hole and try to get out. I liked it. It kind of takes me back to our
Oh, you didn't do
our
the
old
other
school
one.
days. What?
The other behind the scenes thing.
Talk about it. I have
So,
no idea.
All right, you know when Dane Cook when Monty is showing the new guy around and he's talking about the penis showing game and he's like, "Oh, you have it easy or something." And he's like, "I got a full face of cock and balls or whatever." And you see like, remember the guy's like hanging from the thing and he's like, "Oh," and he like walks in and there's just legs hanging down. So there's like that's actually the director.
Oh.
And when they first filmed it, he thought he was gonna come around the corner and just see like, you know, somebody with like a thong on or something like that. Well, to get the full reaction, like he actually
He really did
was naked.
Wow.
And so there's a cut like where he goes, and then you just see you see Ryan Reynolds go, what the fuck? Like, it's like, dude, and they're laughing, and it's the director like giving him the brain or
it
something.
really is. Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh yeah, the behind the scenes stuff, like when you see all of the outtakes. The
I
outtakes
did
are really
laugh
funny.
When
Yeah.
what was Louis Guzman's name?
Rasmus
No,
Raz-
Ramiro.
something.
Ramidus or
Ramidus, that's it.
something like
Yeah.
that.
When he's bent over in front of the door for like 5 minutes, and then as soon as he pulls up his pants,
Oh,
Calvin comes through
Calvin
the door.
comes in.
Let me. I want to get his name right.
I don't know what it is.
That dude Calvin was. I remember
don't
him from
care
Can't
about
Hardly
Top
Wait.
Gun. Get the-
Or was it from Not Another Teen Movie? Yeah, it was Not Another
Not
Teen
an-
Movie.
Is he not?
Yeah, he's the kid who throws the party. And
Yes,
he's
he
like,
is. Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
he
just gonna be
is.
way too drunk.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be way too
So
drunk.
we pointed that out every time we
I
watch that
totally
movie,
forgot,
and
yeah.
you're like, I don't know what that is because I've never seen it.
What, Waiting?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
now you can. Waiting. Why is it not coming up?
What
on
are you
this
looking
side? I'm
for?
looking for his name. I want to get his name right.
It's Ramidus.
I bet you it's not.
I think it is
Radimus.
Radimus.
Is that what I said?
No,
Ramidus.
you said Ramidus.
I switched up my consonants.
Radimus. So, yeah, I'll give it like an 8.
I give it a 7.5.
Yeah.
I'm glad Andy Milonakis did not have more lines than he did.
He did not. Yeah,
No, he
right,
didn't.
right.
He did play the part well, I guess,
For what he did.
for what he's supposed to be. It's like,
I
you
don't
guys
even
get your
think-
asses back inside before I can say,
don't-
yo, MTV
I don't
rap.
think there was any character difference between him and
Well, I was
himself.
gonna say I don't think they even have bus boys anymore in most places. I think the waitresses just do it.
They
Yes,
can't
sir.
afford it,
I see
probably.
them.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I still
Yeah.
see him.
Oh, I don't.
I haven't
do.
seen a bus boy in a long time.
When we were at Olive
Yeah.
Garden last couple months ago, I saw him.
Oh no,
A month ago.
they my job was very important because it was like, especially on a Friday or Saturday night, like I was sitting there waiting basically with a bucket, like
Mhm.
to keep tables moving.
Yep. I have the choice for next week, and I'm gonna go with Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I
you seen
love
this movie,
that
Brett?
No.
No,
I love that.
this movie came out in 2004, and it is a drama. Just FYI, it stars Jim Carrey, Kate Winslet, Kirsten Dunst, Mark Ruffalo, Elijah Wood, and Tom Wilkinson. Pretty star-studded cast.
I think
Yeah.
it's one of Josh and I's
It's
favorite
my.
movies.
I think it's one of my favorite. I think it's my favorite Jim Carrey movie.
Yeah.
So here's the synopsis. After a painful breakup, Clementine undergoes a procedure to erase memories of her former boyfriend, Joel, who's Jim Carrey, from her mind. When Joel discovers that Clementine is going to extremes to forget their relationship, he undergoes the same procedure and slowly begins to forget the woman he loved. It's just a freaking great movie.
It's a very, very good movie. It's not what you think it's gonna be, though.
We own this, but it's on Peacock.
It's on the cock.
It's on the cock. Would you stop?
That's what we say now. It's like, is it on the cock?
I've been wanting to watch this movie for a long time because it's
It
it's
pops up
really
on so
good.
many top 10s or whatever of like good movies, and we're like, oh yeah, we should watch that. We should put that in, and we just
Yeah.
never have.
It isn't really necessarily an honor of like Jim Carrey stepping away from anything. I've just been wanting to watch it for a
Yeah.
while. It just seemed to be the choice of the week. So, we should since we talked about waiting, I think we should talk about the movie or the
fan
fan
topic.
topic. I'll pull that up here real quick. Worst restaurant experiences. What kind of stuff do you have?
Well, first of all, this picture you chose is funny
So true.
because
It's so
I
true.
remember I one time I got wings and fries, and I literally ate like 2 fries, and she came back and was like, "How's the wings?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know. I haven't eaten one yet because you just dropped them off 30 seconds ago."
Right?
But I don't
So-
blame them for that because it's probably just like a habit to ask.
No,
after
it's
you-
Yeah, give
actually
'em some
it's
time.
not actually a habit.
I bet it becomes
It
a
becomes
habit.
a habit. But so we had to go through a training day where, and this had to include the bussers and the hostess, but we also had to listen to what the waiters and waitresses have to go through. And there's a thing called the 2-bite rule.
Okay.
And you have to basically hang around, kind of peek your head around the corner. The moment they take a couple bites is the moment you have to go and check on them.
That seems
The
a bit,
first time they have to go and check
seems
on
a
them.
bit early, but
The 2-bite rule.
there is that scene in Waiting when he's like, "Well, I understand the steak was overcooked, but did you have to eat the whole thing before you complained?"
That's so subtle when he talks about
That would
that part.
suck to be.
Do you love it when at
manager
the
a
end, like
restaurant?
he opens up the door and it's the guy and he's wearing a freaking shenanigans shirt,
He
like to
is.
like what would have been the party.
Yeah.
Who wears a shenanigans shirt to the party?
if anybody asks, anybody at all, I
fucked
fucked you twice.
So worst experience. I mean, mainly just a lot of people have a lot of waiters that are just
I'm surprised you're not gonna say.
good or bad. What?
Okay, never mind.
What?
I was waiting to see what you're gonna say your bad experience is. I was
I haven't even started.
okay. I'm really hoping you pick the one that I'm thinking of.
Well, probably not. I've had bad waiters and bad accidents happen all the time, but I mean, most of that stuff happened at B-dubs, and we've
Yes.
mentioned that before. But the worst experience, and I've never gone back to this restaurant due to this, and I never will, it's Margaritaville in Downers Grove.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
A lot of people were like, you gotta go to Margaritaville.
You gotta go to Margaritaville.
It's so good. The cheeseburgers are great. The drinks are great.
Oh my god, I cannot believe
We
that
went
you
on
remember
a
that.
Thursday, proper margarita night. They had margaritas on sale on Thursdays. It's best time to go. So we went. It was like maybe an hour before closing. So the atmosphere should have been lively. The atmosphere was empty. It was cold and uninviting. The wait staff was not friendly. It was dry, overcooked. Never sent the stuff back because we were like too hungry to care at
Yeah.
this point. The margaritas were a margarita. It didn't really.
It was
it
nothing impressive.
didn't do anything for me. So I'm gonna say.
It was like a
That.
0. There was
So
The
no, I
food
said I
was
probably will not do
disgusting.
what you said because you probably forgot about this experience.
I forgot about Margaritaville.
We never went back.
It was like it's a nice.
Oh,
it- like,
it
the
was
setting
nice,
and
yeah.
everything,
But they
like-
closed. Remember, they closed like a year later.
Yeah, they did. And I was like, well, probably. And every
Probably
time
due to
we
the wait
passed
staff.
by it, I'm like, yeah, this fucking restaurant.
Right? Liars.
I mean, is it a chain?
Yeah, it's
Maybe
a
you
shame.
just went to a bad one, and maybe that's why they closed.
I'll never go back. I'll go to get my cheeseburgers at Red Robin.
Didn't they close because of like?
It was
like
bad
dirty.
kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like had rats or was like had like it was one of those types of close
Mhm.
downs. Like it was
Mhm.
bad.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh my god. Well, that's
Yep.
probably why they closed. Yeah.
Yep. So that
Yeah.
like those red cross signs, like "Don't come in here." You know, don't.
Yeah.
What was yours?
Well, I have 2. One we've already talked about before.
The Buffalo Wild
Buffalo
Wings
Wild
with the
Wings
wings on the
experience.
trash can.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that was just because we were all
We should have helped her.
we were all I know.
Hindsight is 2020.
Yes.
Should have opened
We
the door
should
for
have opened
her.
I know, but it was
We weren't of
never-
age to know that politely.
I
Well,
know.
you never.
No,
I
we
would
were.
never
We
think
were.
to do that. You know, I would. Think,
It's just more like you
she's
know that she's done
struggling,
this
she
multiple
should-
times. Like sometimes you help and it's maybe you just shouldn't
Sometimes
help.
it's a problem to help.
Yeah.
Right.
So we were just sitting there watching, but we waited so long for our food, and then on top of that, we had to
So as soon as it fell
we
in,
had to get to a movie right afterwards.
Transformers,
We had to
yeah.
go to a movie right after. We're like, we got to go, man. And everybody ordered so much food, and we were sitting outside, and she opens the door with these huge trays of food, and they just all go like the door like hits the tray, and it just bam right into the freaking trash can, and we're like,
2 things that I
I've
wouldn't
never been
do
hungrier.
from that story.
yeah.
I wouldn't sit outside, and I would not go to eat before a movie.
well, that's the thing. Like we had time, but it was taking a long time. Now they have to recook our food.
But they cooked it fast.
oh yeah, they
We
have
got
that
it-
shit
we got
out
in,
like
we got in like 5 minutes, and we got to the
God.
movie on time. So.
that was like probably $75 worth of food.
But they, as soon as it happened, I remember Alex turned to both of us like, "You want drinks?"
Yeah, I know. I was like, you guys want drinks? You guys want to have a drink before the movie now? Because now I guess we're
It's
gonna
all
meet.
gonna
We're
get cut in half.
I was like, our bill's cut in half now.
Yep, they cut our bill in half.
Yeah, they did. I felt so bad for her.
I felt bad for her, but we said
It's
fine.
Our one
We
friend
still
was
tipped them
so
well.
hungry.
Something similar has happened to most servers.
I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Our one friend was so hungry he was staring at that.
That one.
There was
thing of,
one
one
boat of wings sitting. It didn't fall into the trash. It was just
on
sitting
it.
on top of the trash, and he's like
Like in the boat, right?
Yeah.
in the
Okay.
boat, but it was a covered trash can.
And it just sat on
It was
top
just
of
sitting
it.
on top. He's like, God, I'm hungry.
I think he grabbed it. He did.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
He's like, that's and you know, I can see him doing it. So yeah, I think he
Yeah.
did.
It was David, right? You're
Yeah,
talking
I was
about.
like, David. I was like, I think it was David. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna eat it. And then the other one was actually while I was working at the restaurant,
Yeah.
and this is where I made my cutoff line of what I will and will not clean. And like I had to clean up some nasty stuff. I worked at a Mexican food restaurant.
Yeah.
And it was always dirty, always, because we gave out chips and salsa with everything. So there's always something dirty to clean up. And there was like this huge party, and I was walking in the back. I just got done bussing this table. I got up front, and my manager said, Alex, can you grab a bunch of cleaning supplies and go back? There was a kid that threw up his chips and salsa all over the floor. And then he's like, and I can't go back there. The manager told me this.
And you figured this out.
And I was like, you know, I'm
What do you
16.
mean I can't
I'm
go
like,
back there? You're a manager.
Manager should do it before anybody else.
He's like, I can't. He basically he had like
No.
like attempted it, and he's like, I can't do it. Like he was gonna throw up. So, and I was like, all right, it can't be that bad.
Have you ever cleaned up vomit?
I don't think. Well, yes, I have.
So
Okay.
when you're cleaning up, like, you know, your vomit, okay, fine. When you clean up your kid's vomit, fine.
Maybe.
You clean up your dog and cat's vomit, okay.
Still have a problem.
If you're
with that.
cleaning up some other kid or some person's vomit, that's where I drew the line. Is I went there and I had like, you know, the spritzer thing in my hand. I'm thinking it's just like a little kid. No, this was a bigger kid, and he projectile puked from this table all the way down the carpet and onto like someone else's like chair, like the person, the people sitting behind them, and they had to get up and move.
Yummy.
And I just went, nope. And I went back up front and I said, someone else has got to do it. And I was like 15 or 16, or I guess I was 16 at the time. And I was like, I can't do it. I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I don't care if I get fired. I can't clean this up. That's not what I signed up for.
Yeah.
Oh, don't say that's not what I signed up
I signed up to
for.
bus tables, which is cleaning food. And stuff off the tables and the floor.
It's a form of food.
It is.
Nope, can't do
And-
bodily fluids. Sorry.
Not gonna do it.
Nope. And then there wasn't one other time I said it was not cleaning up the women's restroom.
Yeah, because
There was poo all over the toilet, and I was like, I mean, it looked like somebody like basically squatted and didn't sit on the toilet and just blasted the toilet seat. I was like, no, I'm not doing it.
Okay, so we got a comment from Discord from Brig.
Wait, I didn't get to tell mine.
Yeah, Brett
I
hasn't
thought
told
you
his
said
yet.
you said you didn't have any.
I really don't, because as I thought about this, I'm like,
Then you said your waiter story where they just pop
I,
in.
I think that I don't think I've had a oh my god that's so horrible experience. I mean, the biggest thing is sometimes to the regular places I go, sometimes the quality just isn't where it should be.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, I don't even think I told the story, but one place I go often is Wings, etc. And I think 3 out of 5 times I always ordered the two of the same sauces. And one of those sauces, instead of coming out what it should have been, came out teriyaki, which I hate.
You don't like teriyaki?
I hate
I'm
it.
not a big fan.
I like teriyaki.
3 times in 5 visits, it came out
What?
teriyaki. I'm like, how does this happen?
Bad.
And it was a bartender I did not know, or a server, and had the girl who usually waited on me, who I think is a manager now, was around. I would have been like, look here, I know you know me, because when I come in here, you hand me my drink and say, is it the usual? And I say yes. And I'm getting these freaking teriyaki wings more than once, more than twice. That's not cool, you know? But
I didn't think you
say
hated
anything.
teriyaki that much.
Ugh.
Really? So you're not big on any Asian food?
Well, no.
No?
But especially teriyaki on wings, it's just, it's sticky, and I don't like it.
So back to the Discord. Brig said, Dave and Buster's, a group of 7 of us, had a reservation. When we got the text our table was ready, We had to wait an additional 30 minutes. Once we were seated, we got our drinks and food ordered. We only got our drinks and appetizers after an hour of waiting for dinner and multiple trips from the waiter and chef to verify everything. The manager checked the video feed and found out that our 7 meals were given to a table of 2 people.
Oh my god.
We all got $30 game cards and never got our food.
Oh my god.
What?
You never got the food?
Wouldn't 2 people with 7 people's worth of food be like, this isn't our food? And who's
Someone
handing,
probably just went, we're getting free food.
who's handing them? Yeah, but
Yeah,
they're probably going to get the bill too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Good luck with that. Maybe the bill wasn't even passed to either of them because at that point,
Wow, that's
then it's a big
Ooh,
mess up.
that's
I did
epic
because I was a
bad.
hostess. I did get to see our manager fly out the door multiple times for people that tried to dine and dash.
Dine and dash?
Oh
right,
yeah. I
right.
mean, that guy. I mean, like, you remember Dan?
Yeah, big guy.
He's big. He's like a football player guy. I'm
Right.
like, he would like bust his ass out the door like the moment somebody would like go, oh my god, I think I just got like someone walked outside, didn't pay their bill, and he'd grab them.
Yeah.
Be like, get the hell back inside, get the cops involved, everything. Like, he'd grab them, pull their asses back into the lobby. Happened a few times.
Got any other comments, Alex?
Yes, we've got one on Instagram.
Okay.
From Jersey Comic Crew.
W.
Gotta be to a highly recommended restaurant and just hating the food.
That sucks. That's kind of like us when we went to Margaritaville. It's
Yeah.
like, the cheeseburgers are great. The
Like,
cheeseburgers weren't
so
great.
many people told us, "Oh my god, you guys gotta try this. You gotta try." That food was disgusting.
Because it's a Jimmy Buffett owned restaurant.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger in
Yeah,
Paradise.
that's right. It is.
Margaritaville. So
Mhm.
margaritas and cheeseburgers, perfect.
yeah, it was
Not
horrible.
so perfect.
It was horrible. It was like a huge waste of money, especially for when we're college
College
kids and
yeah.
not-
CC's Pizza was our
I know,
godsend
right?
for
Jeez,
us.
CC's Pizza.
You
It
ever
was
have
like
CC's?
$7.99 for the
No, but it looks
buffet.
terrible.
Oh
It's
no,
great.
it like
Really?
It's great.
okay, so it's great when you're poor
And hungry.
and hungry.
You'll get a lot of pizza.
You get a lot of pizza for $7.99.
Mac and cheese pizza was so good.
Yeah, it
Ugh.
was.
It's like a cheese sauce with mac and cheese noodles on top.
Yep.
Sounds
It's real
awful.
good. No, it's good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty nasty, but then I ate it and I was like, yeah, it's good.
It's a weird invention of a pizza, you know,
Oh,
mac
it's-
and
yeah, it
cheese
was
on a
good.
pizza. Taco pizza's great, so why not have
What
mac
else?
and cheese?
That was it. That's all. I got.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's an interesting topic. Everyone has bad restaurant experiences.
I mean, there was that other time that I've shared it on the podcast before, but when I was at Steak and Shake, remember we went in through the drive-through and they forgot like
They forgot
our-
half of our order.
like half our order, and then I went in.
I don't think anybody's had more issues with drive-thru than you.
I
two.
know,
I
right?
don't get why.
And then I had to go in, and
was all
I don't
that.
remember what the story was, but it was horrible. I was like sitting there for 45 minutes just for a few sliders.
Yeah.
And no one checked on me. Like, they just acknowledged I was there, and they're like, okay, we'll get that in a second. And they took like everyone else's orders, and
Right.
I went up there, and they're like, I was like, I'm literally just waiting on 2 sliders. I was in the drive-thru 45 minutes ago. And they were sitting there talking badly about customers and stuff at the checkout.
That's
in
really
front of
bad.
me.
I've had people these days whipping out their phones at cash registers, like as cashiers. I'll see them just take their phone out and I'm like, what are you doing? I'm right here. What's going on? You know, the
People are
day and
glued.
age of people being
People are glued to their phones.
unglued from their phones is over. Got any other miscellaneous topics to talk about? You guys have anything you want to?
Briggs said that at Dave and Buster's, they zeroed out the bill and they said they can make it, but it would take another hour. So we left.
No, I'd leave. I'd stay.
Yeah, I'd have left too.
Oh, what? No way. Food.
I
Already
would've
been
left.
there an hour. Nah, that's
Yeah, I
it.
would have already left.
Hmm.
Yeah, I would have been like, no.
Well, they're there for games and stuff and
Sure.
all that other go somewhere else, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Did you guys see the truck that went through the tornado?
Mm-hmm.
Was that last week?
Yes.
Did you see this, Brett?
I think so.
The
Yeah,
Chevy
it was in
Silverado,
Texas, I believe.
I believe. It was the strongest truck in the world,
God, that TikTok that you showed me, like a fucking rock.
Texas teen gets new truck and $15K after tornado flipped it in viral. Oh my gosh.
It's the video is pretty impressive.
Let me see if there's oh my gosh. 30 seconds right here. I'm going to turn the volume. Oh, it's on Twitter.
They did a GoFundMe for this kid because he got obviously his truck got damaged, but he also got some injuries from this. Oh my god, watch this. This is so impressive.
So there's a truck.
There's the
flipped
truck.
right here,
Yep. There's a 16-year-old boy in it.
and it flips over.
And then he was like,
off.
all right, I guess I'm going to get out of here.
It was just like on Twister.
Right?
That's crazy.
And then he just drives off. So the TikTok that we saw of this, which is freaking hilarious, there's a voiceover, and he's like, "This is the best Chevy commercial ever, like a fucking rock."
That was their motto for years.
I know, like that was the motto for a while.
So
they did a GoFundMe, and it's already got over $30,000.
Chevy dealership gave his family a $70,000 truck for this
You have to pay taxes
incident.
on that.
Well, yeah, but
Could probably sell the old one for
Right,
because it's famous now.
that is
So,
insane.
This is what happened. Is that his name is Riley Leon. He was driving home from a job interview.
I wonder if he got the job.
Right?
That's awesome, actually.
This is a quote from him. He said,
Where was this?
I believe it was Texas. Let me double check.
It's in Texas.
Yeah,
It said
Austin,
Texas
Texas.
teen.
Austin, Texas.
It said that on the headline. Texas teen.
I had missed a quote from him. I had missed a couple U-turns due to the heavy rain, and when I caught a third U-turn where I was going to take the turn is when the tornado came up and just picked up my truck and I went flying.
That'd be scary, man.
I would be freaking out. You know, personally, if anything weird happens to my car while I'm driving, I get immediately worried. Like today I was driving on Maple Crest going 35 and I'm like, my car is starting to wobble a little bit. I'm a little concerned about that.
I know, right?
It's the way the road's paved.
Yeah.
I looked at the tires and everything, they're fine. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's just that. And just the little thing like that freaks me out. Imagine a car flipping over. I've never been in a flipped over car, knock on wood.
I have.
You have.
I have not.
I flipped my first car.
I've almost been in a
Have
flip
you
car.
really? I don't know if you've ever told me about that.
I've been
did.
on a sideways
did?
car.
You told me about that?
Oh, I don't know if I told you, but
I don't think you
I did flip it right upside down into a field.
What were you doing?
Driving too fast?
Joyride?
No, it's a long story.
Okay. Self-incriminating?
No.
Okay.
It's just a dumb mistake.
Okay,
Okay.
it happens. Gravel road, probably.
Nope.
No?
No.
Oh, that's
Josh,
worse.
you're taking too many guesses.
I'm trying. It's mainly because I've
We've
lived.
been in
I'm sure I've
we've
told
been
you
on a
this
few
story.
We've been in
joyrides.
situations where it should have happened.
It should have happened multiple times.
You
I'm the smart one, and I'm like, slow the fuck down. And
no.
everyone's like, no.
The Cobalt that you
I
about
just
flipped the
said-
car that
I
one
said
time.
I've been in a halfway flipped car. It was on the verge of flipping.
And somehow you drove it out of there.
Somehow I got it. Well, no, it's because the truck was able to pull me
Oh, I
out.
thought you just drove out.
No, the truck pulled me
They're
out.
like, I'm able to get out.
Yeah, the truck
Oh.
pulled me out.
Right on.
So the GoFundMe is not just for like the damaged vehicle. It's actually because he got a spinal injury. So he didn't realize it. He went to school a few days later, and then
Bruised, right?
the nurse said he was complaining about his neck and his back hurting. So when they came to pick him up from school, the school nurse told him, "Hey, this is happening." So then they found out there's a fracture in his back,
Well,
and
I
they
can
do
hear
not
it.
have health insurance.
Ooh.
So
Isn't
in
there a GoFundMe? You said there
yes,
was.
in a few short days, just a few short days, they already got their to their goal, which was $30,000.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
Well, good
and
for him and his tenacity of not
the school nurse set
getting
up
out
the
of the truck.
GoFundMe.
What they
The
did?
school nurse that
Oh.
yeah.
Well, that's nice. That's nice. I bet you it's above that now.
30
that's him?
$36,335.
That's him right there.
Yeah,
the
that's him.
GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh. So, I've never seen a tornado live. I've been in this situation where tornadoes have been in my area many times. I probably couldn't even tell you the number of times where I've had tornadoes around me,
Oh, thank
but I've
you.
never seen it.
Briggs said Chevy dealership gave his family.
I said that already.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh, I must
$70,000
have been
truck.
reading that part. A $70,000.
That's
Yeah.
I didn't
right.
realize.
And
I
then
heard you said a
taxes.
new truck.
Yep, I said taxes.
Yeah.
So anything else you guys want to talk about?
No.
No? Okay. Time to
think
plug
so.
it in then. If I bet you Alex has something.
No,
Bet you
I'm
Alex
just,
has
I'm
something.
just looking. I'm just looking. You can go ahead and start doing this shit.
So you can stop me.
Fuck you.
The answer is no. Okay. So, we start with you, Alex, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. I had to make sure. I usually write extra things down. Okay, so if you would like to watch me game on the weekends, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. Right now, I'm pretty much into Destiny 2 for the most part, but last night we played like 2-3 hours of gang beasts with the gang, and
That was fun.
everybody, so we all get the same thing. We're laughing so hard for so long. All of us get so burnt out on the game by about 2 hours in that we're all like holding our heads and we're like, we got a headache. Like we can't smile anymore.
It's mainly because we have all this energy
I know
that we put into the laughter that goes through.
You laugh for like the whole time you're playing, and when you're playing for 2.5 hours, it's just
There's
so
a lot
much
to it.
strain on your face.
There's
like
a lot to
there was
it.
an hour and a half in, and I was massaging my cheeks because I couldn't stop laughing.
And your jaw,
in my jaw, and I was like,
and you
it's
were
so
yelling,
much fun. Like we
losing
have
your
to like
voice.
prepare ourselves. Like I had to like take some naproxen before playing, because whenever I play Gang Beasts, because I'm like, I'm gonna get a headache.
Yeah, and that's okay. You get yourself meted up for it, and you get yourself prepared.
No, but it's a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun last night.
I enjoy playing Gang Beasts. As frustrating as we do get sometimes, it is still all in good fun. Your controls are always loopy, and sometimes you're good, sometimes you're bad. As far as my stream goes, if you want to follow me,
we did play Halo.
Yeah, we got booted from
Josh
that.
got booted again.
So we're done on Halo for a little while, Master Chief Collection anyway, until they fix that. Because if we just get dropped from a match while we're inside
and then
of it
stacks every time they drop us. It was 15 minutes, then it turned into what 30
No,
minutes?
it was 5 minutes first.
Oh, 5 minutes, then 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we're like, okay, this is stupid.
Yeah. Anyways, I lost my train of thought.
You're plugging yourself.
No, there's something else. It's okay. If you want to follow me on stream, it's twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MISTERL. You can find me on Wednesday and Thursday evening and Saturday morning. Had to think about that one for a minute. I've been playing Warzone. Kind of got off the Destiny train because I've been playing Destiny a lot. So I've just wanted to play something else on my stream. I think we got a win last week. I think we did.
You did.
Yeah, we did. It's been fun. Have a lot of fun yelling matches and stuff. But Alex, you forgot to mention that you did a whole overhaul of your stream.
I didn't. You did.
No, I didn't.
You did.
What do you mean I did?
You did it for me.
Well, you didn't mention it.
Oh. No, Josh did. I got a brand new intro video. I'm now green screen.
Yep.
And it looks absolutely stunning.
I love it.
I like getting a lot of positive outcomes.
Reactions
from it.
and people coming into your stream. And
yes, it's a very attractive looking setup now. So
love it.
Yes, I love it.
I'm very happy we got it to work.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that difficult to do, actually.
It was really funny because I picked up a Mountain Dew can that night, and I was like, "Oh, look, you can't see it." Oh.
It's all gone, like the whole thing, and you just see the background instead of your hand.
When I didn't realize, I think it was like it was Saturday night stream. Yeah, Saturday night. I was wearing a shirt that had green on it, and it was like it was a kitty shirt, and it had a 9 lives or whatever, and the 9 was in green, and I was like, "What's going on?" I'm like, oh, it's a green 9. So my shirt was see through. Well, like completely see through. Like, get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see the background.
You see the background through my shirt.
Yeah. Right. So as far as our podcast goes, make sure you guys are following the YouTube channel, hitting that like button, and subscribing. I appreciate you guys who have, and make sure you guys are hitting that bell to be notified when we're live every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when our podcast goes up. And then as far as our social media goes, find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, PTOUnlimited, PTOUnlimited_podcast on Instagram. Also follow us on Discord. We have the link in all of our social media stuff. Make sure you guys are following us there. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @_Mr. L.
Brett_Wings.
Cute_Kitty.
Final note.
The final note.
IGN reviewed the
Morbius?
Skywalker saga.
Oh.
And Morbius.
But they gave it like a 8, I think. So looks big.
They reviewed the Halo episode too. We haven't watched the new one.
I haven't watched the new one. But Morbius is getting killed, and not just by IGN either.
But it still made enough money in the box office for the weekend for it to be a positive.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, like we always say, reviews not the end of the world.
No, but Patrick went and saw it, and he was like, "It's not the best, but it's not horrible," is what he said.
That's his review for about anything he sees.
No, Mortal Kombat. He was real upset about.
He was very upset.
Well,
about
okay,
Mortal
so
Kombat.
it's okay or it's bad.
I know. I definitely agreed with Patrick on like the Halloween
there's one
movies
that
and
he's-
I
stuff.
feel like
Yeah. I don't think there's one that he's
whenever he
praised,
tells
like,
me
we
about a
don't pray
movie
with
he saw,
one
it's never
without
the last
reason.
few. And again, it's only been the last few. I am not in any way bashing Patrick. I just think it's funny because he's a lot like me, whereas he bashes stuff. I guess
It
is
takes a
what I'm
lot to
trying say.
impress.
Yeah, because he was
You must be fun at parties.
on the same wavelength with me with the Batman. Like he didn't love the Batman.
No.
I don't know. We were both at the last party.
It was a joke.
Huh? You said it.
If it takes a lot to impress you, then you must be really fun to converse with. Is what I'm
Well,
saying.
I've been on this show
I was
for
gonna
5
say, he's
years.
been
What
on
are you
this
talking
show.
about? 6 years almost.
6 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's coming up in like a couple weeks.
Couple weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think there's really anything else we need to touch on. I'm gonna get on out of here. So catch you guys in the next one. You guys have a good week. Bye.